Shenfeng Tools Company. Shenfeng Tools Company is one of the most reputable manufacturers of hydraulic bearing pullers and bearing pushers for professional use. Our products are made for very easy mounting and dismounting of bearings and others. The Shenfeng Company manufactures 3 different types of hydraulic pumps for bearing pullers and bearing pushers. Self-contained hand pump, manually operated remote foot pump, electrically driven pump. The procedure for mounting and dismounting the bearings is the same no matter which type of the 3 pumps is used for the operation. Our newly developed internal puller and tri-section press plate are highly suitable for perfect dismounting of bearings. These tools have been specially designed to not damage the bearings when dismounted. Due to this, the bearings can safely be reused. We will now demonstrate how to make an easy mounting and dismounting with 2 different kinds of hydraulic pumps. Apply the specially designed bolt to the center of the shaft end. Apply the center of the bearing pusher into position in the specially designed bolt. Apply the pusher legs to the inner ring of the bearing and adjust the distance. Switch on the power of the automatic pumps and start the operation to mount the bearing smoothly onto the shaft. We provide legs of different length to suit your needs for easy operations. For this job, we start with the shorter legs to apply the bearing to the shaft. We now change to the longer legs to get the bearing into the right position. Next, we will show how to apply the shaft into place in the machine with the help of a lifting device. A bearing pusher with a self-contained hydraulic pump is applied to the already mounted bearing to keep it fixed in its present position during the operation that will follow. Start the mounting procedure for the second bearing on the opposite side of the shaft. The procedure is the same as for the first mounted bearing. You can see that the hydraulic self-contained pusher is fixed to the first applied bearing during the operation of applying the second bearing. When applying the force to the second bearing, it is firstly mounted to the shaft. Then both bearings are positioned in the correct position into the support frame. Release the pressure valve after having finished the operation and remove the hydraulic self-contained pusher. Removal of the shaft. Start the hydraulic pump and push the shaft out of the first bearing. The second bearing will follow with the shaft out of the support frame. Remove the shaft and the applied bearing from the machine frame. The lifting device supports the shaft. Using the internal puller for easy removal of the bearing. Apply the puller to the internal pulling device. Support the puller legs to the machine frame. Start the hydraulic pump for removing the bearing. Please note that it's necessary for safety reasons to support the bearing using the lifting device during dismounting. Dismount the bearing from the shaft with the newly developed tri-section press plate in combination with a 3-jaw puller is very easy. Using the specially designed tri-section press plate will prevent damage to the bearings, roller or ball bearings. The bearings can safely be reused. You can see that the outside ring is not touched during the pulling movement. The outer ring can be turned whilst pulling the bearing off the shaft, which proves there is no force applied to the bearing rollers or bearing balls.